Oh shoot, I didn't do that. Wait. Okay. The audio on my microphone seems to be good. It seems to be. Oh, I have mobile data on. That sucks. To get the chat on my phone. Wait. Oh, hi, Jay. Thank you for being here. Hello. Just checking a little more somethings here. Yeah, I think I'm good with everything. I hope I am. So I don't think there's any sound. No, there's not any sound in the game, but AJ, I would like you to tell me if I have any, if there's any. Oh, you can hear it now. Is the audio of the game good? Compared to my voice, I hope everything is good, because I still did some messings with the audio. Oh, it's good. Ah, thank you. Oh, good. Okay. I hope that by the time the music starts, it doesn't get very loud. I think we should be good. We should be good. Okay, Super Hexagon. Let's see what this game is about. It's Hexagon. Hi, Red. Hello. I'm starting a new game now. Taking a break from Celeste. Okay, so there's Hexagon, Hexagoner, Hexagonist, and these three are locked. Okay, I guess we can start with Hexagon.
Begin.
Ooh. Oh, okay, the controls are pretty simple. I just... Ouch. Next level at 10 seconds. Okay, I need to survive 10 seconds of this.
Excellent. Line.
Ooh.
Triangle. Game
Dang it.
over.
Ooh, level 3 triangle. Okay, the music is pretty good.
Begin.
I still don't know how much time do I have to survive to unlock the other stage. So far it seems to be going good.
Line. Game over.
Dang it. Line. It's trippy. It really is trippy.
Begin.
And then the music is slapping.
Game over. Begin.
Easy to get a hold of the controls.
Game over.
Which I'm not really doing a good job at the moment. Oh, but I really like that the music doesn't start all the way from the beginning every time I die. Line.
Game
Ow,
over.
shoot.
Begin. Line. Game over.
Oh, come on. I want to see if I can last at least 30 seconds. This is the first stage. It shouldn't take me too long.
Line. Game
Line.
over.
Oh, the hitbox, man.
Begin.
Oh, yeah, the music really is cool. I like it. So it does like that retro feeling. Ba-bum, 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 ba-bum.
Game over. Begin.
Ah, I had to move a little to the left. I mean to the right.
Game over.
Shoot.
Game over.
Ooh. Really is a bit trippy. Real bud is a bit trippy, I know. But can be a bit trippy indeed.
Line.
Bum, ba, bum, ba, bum.
Triangle. Excellent.
Okay. Oh, square. Ah, I was gaming for a second. My gosh.
Begin.
Okay. I really need to know how to move. Man, this music is really
Line.
pumping me up.
Game over.
Okay, what does it say? Next level at 45 seconds.
Begin.
Okay, I think I can do this.
Line. Game
Ah.
over. Begin.
Seems difficult. It's a little bit difficult, but I think if I guide myself with like the dark and light strips,
Line.
they're like a good visual cue for where the actual lines are.
Triangle.
I think the hitboxes are actually pretty lenient as well, which
Game
really
over. Begin.
really helps. So that the timing don't that I cannot speak. The timings don't have to be as strict.
Line.
Nine. I wonder what the last level is. I'm guessing it's 60 seconds. Whoa.
Triangle.
Triangle.
Square.
Square. Whoop! I was on the wrong side. That could have been bad.
Excellent.
Okay.
Game over.
Oh, okay. What is it?
Begin.
Whatever.
Line.
Okay, yes, I think it.
Game
Oops.
over.
There's more lines.
Begin. Line. Game
Okay.
over.
Oh, that was really close. Oh, the music is so fun. I love it. Really vibing.
Begin.
No, the music is such a vibe. I love it. Feels clubby. Oh, I will definitely be vibing to this in a club, even though I don't really go to clubs. Whoa, wrong side. Okay.
Begin.
Come on, I really
Line.
need to make it to 45 seconds at least.
Triangle.
Okay.
Game
I wasn't fast enough. Gosh dang it.
Game
Okay, why did it go?
begin.
Why did I go to the left? That was gonna take way too long. Oh yeah, the dark and light strips are really good visual cues and where the lines are coming from. Wrong side. Wrong side again. It's such a miracle I didn't die there. Nope. Okay.
Game
Man, you're
over.
really. Oh my gosh. Am I having fun at least, even though this seems so hard?
Yeah.
I'm having fun. This is a really fun game, I gotta say. So thank you, AJ. Your money was well spent, I can tell you that.
Line.
And this is only the first stage. I still have 5 more left, but I want to finish this one. Though I really don't know what it.
Game
Okay, that was the wrong
over.
side. I really want to like know what it's. What does it mean to finish the stage? Like it says next level at 45 seconds, and before it says next level at 30 seconds. Oh god. So I wonder what the last level is.
Triangle.
Okay. Oh, why did it open on that side?
Begin.
Alright, glad I'm enjoying it. Thank you, AJ. So I'm enjoying this. Okay, next time I die, I'm gonna check the menu to see if
Line.
the 4th level is unlocked. Just to see if I actually need to beat something or if it's already unlocked. Whoa, spin!
Triangle.
Oh, come on,
Game
okay.
over.
Let me check. Is it? No, okay. Oh,
Begin.
okay, seems like I actually need to make it to the last level. It shouldn't take too long.
Line.
Last time I said something shouldn't take too long, I ended up taking 20 hours to beat. So I really hope this is not the case. Oh, okay. Why did it close on that side? Okay.
Square.
Square.
Game
Ah,
over.
okay.
Begin.
I think the real problem are the squares here.
Line. Game over.
I kinda had a brain fart. Okay. Yeah, the hitboxes on the line thing is.
Line.
Yeah, they're pretty lenient. Like, I definitely should have died there, but I survived because the hitbox is not as big as it
Game
seems. Okay,
over. Begin.
there I was kind of being a dum-dum.
Line. Game over. Begin.
Okay.
Line.
Why did I move? I'm betraying myself. Oh.
Triangle.
Oh, okay. Spin. Another spin.
Game
Oh.
over.
Okay, let me check the Hexagoner stage for a bit.
Begin.
Oh, this one goes even harder.
Line. Game
Oops.
over. Begin. Game over. Begin.
This one's tough.
Game over.
Okay, I need to go left and right there. Left and right. Okay.
Game over.
Ouch.
Begin. Game over. Begin.
Ah, too slow.
Game over.
Too fast.
Line. Excellent. Triangle. Game.
Aww. Dang it. Doing really well though for how tricky this game looks. You're doing awesome. Aw, thank you, AJ. I love how supportive you are. Promise, I will do my best.
Game over. Begin.
I kinda had another brain fart. Oh, I didn't change my tweet notification. I just realized. I think the notification still said Celeste. Oh well. A little too late to change it now.
Line. Game over.
Oh, really?
Begin.
Spinny spins.
Line.
Can I make it to 30 seconds? Maybe?
Triangle.
Maybe.
Game
Aww.
over. Begin. Game over.
Oh, that still counted. The stream notif was so good in the server. Oh, okay, I'm glad that the server one was good. Yeah, I think that the notification that Twitch gives on
Game
cell phone.
over.
Oops.
Again.
I think I forgot to change it to Hexagon instead of Celeste. It's fine.
Line.
Okay.
Game
Whoopsie.
over. Again.
You need to make it to 30 seconds at least.
Game over.
Currently not doing great.
Game
Oops.
over. Again. Game over. Again.
I keep doing it too slow at that part. I don't know why.
Game over. Again.
I know what I did wrong.
Game over.
Okay,
Again.
sometimes I do it too fast and sometimes I do it too slow. I kind of don't understand what is wrong with me. Okay.
Line. Triangle. Excellent.
No, what am I doing? No.
Again.
Moved at the wrong strip.
Game over. Again.
That's the part that really has me stumped.
Line.
Okay, as long as I get good RNG on that part that comes at like 5 seconds.
Game
Oops.
over. Again.
Yeah, I need to have good RNG on that part and I should be good. Like that.
Line. Triangle. Excellent. Game over.
Ah, so close to 30 seconds. Okay, I need to get it on this one. I 100% need to get it on this one.
Game over.
You're really well so much, man. Because this game looks hard as hell. Aw, thank you, AJ. I think I just have a lot of experience on stupid, difficult games.
Line.
But I'm sure you will. You could do well with enough practice.
Game over.
What?
Again. Line. Triangle. Game over.
Wrong side. Okay, I was close that time.
Game over. Again.
I did a little faster there. But it would be even better if I get good RNG and not get that pattern.
Line.
Okay.
Triangle. Game over.
Oh, that still
Again.
counted? Gosh dang it.
Game
Oops.
over.
Gonna go ahead and run a long day. I'm pretty tired. Missing seems really good. So hope you have fun. Ah, thank you, Red.
Again.
I hope you enjoy resting after a long day. Thank you for stopping by, though. I hope to see you again soon.
Triangle. Game over. Again.
Oops! That pattern is actually not that bad.
Line.
Much better than the one that where I have to move left and right continuously.
Triangle.
Square.
Game over.
Okay. Let's made it to 33 seconds this time. Happy with that. Now let's move on to Hexagonist.
Begin.
Ooh.
Game over.
Dang.
Begin. Game
Oops.
over. Begin.
I still can't really get a hold of the speed that I move at.
Game
Oops.
over. Begin. Game over. Begin. Game
And the strips are
over.
getting really hard to see.
Game over.
Ouch.
Again. Game over. Again.
Wow.
Game over. Begin.
Damn, I cannot even get to 10 seconds in this one.
Game over. Again. Game over. Again. Game over. Again. Game
Oopsies.
over. Again. Game over.
What can I do on this one?
Again. Game over.
Ouchie.
Begin. Game over. Again. Excellent. Game over.
Really?
Again. Game over. Again. Game
Why did I do a
over
full
again.
spin there? I don't know, but I somehow didn't die from it, even though I died from the one right after.
Game
Shoot.
over again. Game over.
Why do I keep
again.
dying?
Game over again. Game over again. Game over.
Wow,
again.
okay.
Game over again.
Damn, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this one.
Game
Like, not even get to.
over again.
Can't even get to 20 seconds here. Not even to 10 seconds. What am I saying about
Game over
20?
Game over again. Game over again. Game over
Oops.
again.
Oh,
Game
shoot.
over again. Game over again. Game over.
Gosh dang it. Can I please make it to 10 seconds at least?
Excellent. Game over.
Ah, almost 10 seconds. Well, I'm proud of you. How are you doing so far? This is a really hard game. Thank you. Yeah, I didn't expect the game to be this hard. Gotta be honest. It's okay. I'm having fun. And the music really is a bop.
Game over. Begin. Game
With how good the
over.
music is, I was expecting this to be a little more rhythm based, but no, it's not rhythm based at all.
Game
Wow, okay, I
over.
wasn't expecting that. It's just random strips that come at you and that you have to dodge, and that's it.
Line. Game over again.
I made it to 10 seconds.
Game over again. Game over.
Ouchie.
Game over. Again. Game over. Again.
I think I should maybe go back. Okay. Should go back to the first stage and oh my gosh, and hone my skill a bit, and then come back to this one after I gotten good enough at the game. Cause my gosh,
Line.
this one is brutal.
Again.
You want more?
Game
Oops.
over.
Okay. Let's. What are the high scores? Okay, okay. Really, there are no high. Ooh, I'm at 540,000 place in the world. Wait, is it really gonna keep scrolling up until number 1? Okay. Yeah, I wish I could see what the highest score is.
Begin.
Wait, I saw something in the options menu. I think. What is this arcade mode? Is this for kids or miss parties? What is that? What's the difference? Oh, with this ones I can actually try the 3 hardest stages. Okay, wait. What if I try the...
Begin.
Like, what's the difference between normal mode?
Line. Triangle.
Well, so far I don't really see a difference. Man, it opens up so late. Oh, I never wish I was gonna open up.
Pentagon.
Woo, spinny spin. No!
Wonderful.
Wonderful. I see, so I just need to beat 60 seconds, I guess? No. Right, yeah, see, yeah. Yeah, that's my name.
Line. Triangle. Square.
And I was surprisingly close to getting 60 seconds on that one. I don't like this pattern. I don't like this pattern. I hate this pattern.
Pentagon. Excellent.
I hate this pattern. Oh my gosh.
Begin. Line.
So it seems like arcade mode, the only thing it does is keep track of your records, and that's it. But it was gonna be something more exciting.
Square.
Oh my god, okay.
Wonderful. Begin. Line.
Left, right. Full spin for no reason.
Triangle. Square.
Okay.
Pentagon.
I like this shape.
Excellent.
Oh, I did it!
Hexagon. Wonderful.
I did it! I beat the Hexagon. And I got an achievement that says complete Hexagon stage. Let's go. Well, that was fun. Now I need to do it on the normal mode. I closed the game by accident. Oops.
Super hexagon.
Certified Super Hexagon moment. Ooh, I did it. I hope the game is still showing. Okay, it is still showing. Let's go. Oh yeah, I forgot to turn this on to make everything run better. There we go. Okay, yeah, disable this. Oh, the game is still screaming. Good. Thanks, AJ.
Begin.
Okay, now I need to complete this without arcade mode enabled.
Line.
So essentially, I think I'm gonna have to beat every level twice. One in normal mode and one in arcade mode.
Game
Shoot.
over. Begin.
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to beat them all today because the game is dummy hard.
Line. Triangle. Square.
Square! That was the wrong side, man. I hate square.
Line.
Spin is spin.
Triangle.
Spin is spin, now to the other side. That was close, okay.
Square.
I hate square, oh my gosh. It catches me by surprise every single time.
Line. Triangle.
Okay. Oh my gosh. I hate that it closes on me like that. Why does it do that? Stop.
Game over.
Oh no, bro.
Line.
Okay. Spin.
Triangle.
Need to be careful not to spin too much or else I'm gonna hit that line. Thanks for closing on me like that.
Square.
No, why do you go? Okay.
Excellent. Pentagon. Game over.
Ah, that was the wrong side. I think that's that's the thing I still have left.
Line.
I need to really know what is left and what is right.
Game over.
Like that.
Line. Triangle.
Jeez, okay, I don't know how I didn't die there.
Square. Game
Oh,
over.
come on, how has it only been 30 seconds? I feel like I was there for like 2 minutes.
Line.
Ah, okay, I got my parents mixed up.
Triangle. Square.
Okay.
Game over.
Ouchie!
Again. Line. Triangle. Game over.
Ah, it opened up on the wrong side. What the heck, brother?
Line. Game over. Begin.
Hey, come on, I know I can beat the freaking first stage after beating it once.
Triangle. Square. Game over. Begin. Line.
Okay.
Triangle.
I think the real problem is the square. I really don't like the square. Why did it open up on the opposite side that I was looking at? Okay. Okay.
Game over. Begin.
Ah.
Line.
Okay.
Triangle. Game
For some reason, I'm
over.
still not able to pick up on the speed of the little arrow. Sometimes I feel like it moves slower, and sometimes I feel like it moves faster.
Line.
What the heck was that audio glitch? Okay.
Triangle.
Thanks. Square, I swear.
Game
Oops.
over. Begin.
Not enough speed there.
Line.
Okay.
Game
Got really.
over. Begin.
I was about to say I got really lucky there, but no. All my luck went away because I hit one pixel of the freaking bar.
Line. Triangle.
Okay, this time it opened up on a good side.
Game over.
Are you
Begin.
kidding me? How is it possible that I don't make it in time to the other side? Okay.
Line. Triangle. Square.
No,
Game
why did I do
over.
that? Ah, I took the scenic route again. You really need to stop doing that.
Line. Game
Scenic
over.
route again. What the heck is wrong with me? Okay. To focus this time. Focus, please.
Line.
Oh, wrong side.
Triangle.
Please. Square. I swear, square, square. Thank you, square. You almost killed me. You almost killed me again, square.
Pentagon. Excellent.
Really?
Hexagon.
Ah! Oh my gosh. Oh. Oh, I did it!
Wonderful.
Oh. I get really nervous. Okay, I did the first freaking stage. That was... wow. A new hyper mode's available. Yay, that sounds fun. Okay. That was fun though, I gotta say. Hardester. So now we have hard, harder, hardest, and hardester. Now I'm convinced that the arcade mode is way easier than the normal mode for some reason. I love your sayings, they're so funny. Aw, thank you, Jay. Okay, let me enable the arcade mode, and I'm gonna play the Hexagoner.
Again.
It's like, I'm sure the arcade mode is somehow easier.
Line. Triangle.
Oh, I don't like that pattern.
Begin. Line. Triangle. Excellent. Wonderful.
Or maybe it isn't, I don't know.
Begin. Wonderful. Begin. Line. Triangle. Excellent. Wonderful.
Maybe I will go back to normal mode. Yeah, I think I was just tripping. It probably doesn't make a difference. Yeah, I just got really lucky on your came out of the first stage.
Line. Triangle. Game over. Begin.
Okay.
Line. Triangle. Game
I
over.
pushed left. Come on.
Line. Triangle.
I
Game
like the.
over.
Oh.
Game over. Again. Line.
Yeesh.
Triangle.
Stop moving to one side only. Yeah, I'm back.
Line. Game over. Again.
Ah, I don't like that pattern. I need to move left and right, like, very fast and very carefully.
Line.
Yeah.
Triangle. Square. Excellent. Pentagon. Hexagon.
Oh, yes!
One.
Oh my gosh. That was extremely close. Okay, I didn't expect to get it so quick. Oh, I got an achievement. Complete the Hexagoner stage. When I unlocked another hyper mode. Oof, okay, now this is the hardest test. We have the hard, the harder, the hardest, the hardester, and the hardest test. Can't wait to see what the last one's gonna be. Okay, now I want to complete that again, but this time on arcade mode.
Begin. Game over.
Okay.
Begin. Excellent. Line.
I don't know why, but I felt like the level got easier towards the end, which I'm very thankful for. That parent is really tough.
Line. Triangle. Excellent. Square.
Oh man. Yeah,
Begin.
you just keep having these nameless records.
Line.
No, they said the arcade mode was for parties, but I can't really think of a party where
Triangle.
people would like get around and play a game like this.
Square.
Like, you know, I mean, like, I don't know, like Mario Kart, Smash Bros, anything else. They're like, no, let's play Super Hexagon.
Line.
Especially because there's always that one show-off guy that's just wants to flex his abilities in a game like this and prevent everyone else from having fun.
Square.
No, where did I go? Oh my gosh, I'm incredibly bald, dude.
Begin. Game over.
Oh, I almost made it through that pattern. That's rare.
Line. Triangle. Square. Game over.
Dang it.
Begin. Line. Triangle. Game over.
I hate that pattern. If I get that pattern, it's like pretty much a death assured.
Line. Triangle. Game over.
Oops.
Begin. Line. Game over. Begin. Line. Game over. Begin.
My baldness is unbelievable, dude. Okay, I like this pattern. This pattern is cool.
Line.
Please.
Game
Why
over.
did I
Begin.
Oh, I'm doing well. You really think so, AJ? I feel like I'm kinda sucking. Considering this is
Line.
still the second stage out of 6.
Triangle.
Ah, oops.
Begin.
Keep confusing my left and right, man. I hate this pattern. I hate it. I hate it.
Over. Begin. Line. Triangle.
Lucky.
Game
Oops,
over.
not
Sim.
lucky anymore. Okay, this is another pattern that I like.
Line. Triangle. Square. Excellent. Pentagon.
No, I took the long route again. Why do I do that to myself? That's okay.
Sim. Line. Triangle. Square.
Good pattern. Bad pattern.
Wonderful.
No, it was actually kind of a good pattern, but I still messed up. Not a good pattern.
Line. Triangle. Game
No, I
over.
pushed.
Sim.
I pushed right.
Line. Game over.
Not the
Sim.
best pattern, man. Okay, at least it's a good thing that that pattern doesn't appear like in the later seconds of the game, because if it appeared like in the last 15 seconds, I will be scared for my life.
Game over.
Okay, that was kind of my bad. My bad, guys, my bad. As long as we can keep the moving on the earlier stages and the worst patterns, we should be good. I hope.
Triangle.
Not the long route again. Fuck.
Line.
Oh crap. Oh heck. Oh dang. Oh gosh.
Triangle. Game
Oh, that pattern can appear at 20 seconds too? That sucks.
line.
Man, that was such a good attempt.
Triangle. Square.
Okay.
Pentagon.
No!
One.
Do taking the long road again. Why do I do that? Why do I keep doing that?
Begin.
Thank you.
Line. Triangle. Wonderful.
Jeez, my eyes kind of got hypnotized there.
Begin. Line.
Yeah, when playing this, sometimes I forget to blink.
Game over.
Aww.
Line. Triangle. Square. Game over.
Oh, not the heat. I'm impressed with how well you're doing this game. You sure you've never played before? I promise I haven't played before. I only saw a couple of gameplay videos of it. And that's why I was like, oh, this seems interesting. But I swear I have never, ever played it before.
Line.
Like, not even like a little playtest before the stream. No, and not anything.
Triangle.
I guess I really like precision games.
Game over. Begin.
I really don't like the parents with like the multiple bars because I get hypnotized.
Game
Oh.
over. Begin. Line. Triangle. Square. Hexagon. Wonderful.
Taking the long routes, man. Why do I keep doing that? I don't understand. Why do I do that?
Begin.
10 seconds away from victory.
Line. Triangle. Square.
No way, did I actually survive the death pattern? Kind of impressed.
Pentagon. Excellent. Wonderful.
Oh, I survived the death pattern and everything. That was the attempt. Gosh dang it. Oh, I'm doing well, thank you, AJ.
Begin.
I won't stop until I get it, I promise.
Line. Game over.
Oh, really?
Begin.
I didn't get hit by the one on the right, but the one on the left actually did hit me? That actually makes a lot of sense. Never mind.
Line. Triangle. Square.
Oh my gosh, stop getting hypnotized, please.
Game
No!
over.
What?
Begin.
What? What was that? Absolute nonsense.
Line. Game over.
But up, my ear is kind of itchy.
Begin.
No, I'm kind of surprised. Like, how did the first stage took me so little to beat on arcade mode, and it took me so long to beat it in normal mode? But this one, I beat it in normal mode in kind of no time, and now I'm struggling to beat it on arcade mode. I don't understand how this game works. And I took the long route again.
Line. Game over.
Okay, there was no way I was surviving that.
Begin. Line. Triangle. Game over. Begin. Game over. Begin. Game over.
Yeah, if I get that pattern with like the bars on the middle, is that immediate GG. I think I've only survived it once,
Line.
and it's where I have my current PV.
Triangle.
I'm choking. Oh god.
Game
I
over.
choked
Begin.
so hard.
Game over. Begin. Line.
Interesting. I feel like I'm somehow making things harder for myself in some way.
Game
Like
over.
that.
Begin. Line. Triangle. Game over.
Man, if I got paid for every single time I went the wrong way, I would be rich by now.
Line.
Wait, what do I have to? What does this game require you to focus?
Triangle.
Why couldn't it be a game where I can just turn my brain off?
Square. Game over.
Hmm.
Begin.
Speaking of turning the brain off,
Line. Triangle. Square. Game
no, I
over. Begin.
pushed left. I swear.
Game over. Begin.
Oh, I think.
Line.
No,
Game
I pushed.
over.
No,
Again.
I pushed the wrong way.
Game over.
And I did it again.
Line. Game over. Again. Line. Triangle. Square. Game over.
Deep breaths.
Again.
If I can somehow, by some miracle, stop taking the wrong freaking turn
Game over. Again.
every single time, maybe I'll be able to beat this soon-ish. Okay, yeah, on that pattern I just have to go for it. I really just have to press send.
Triangle. Square.
No! Oh, wait,
Line.
we're pressing send! Oh my
Game
god!
over. Again.
Didn't press. Okay. There we go.
Line. Triangle. Square. Game over.
What in the frick? I swear I pushed right.
Line. Triangle. Game
No.
over. Again.
Okay.
Game over.
Oh, I didn't press end there.
Again.
I just left it in the drafts.
Line. Triangle. Game over.
Tap.
Again. Game
Oh, really?
over.
How did I? Interesting stuff.
Line. Triangle. Game over.
Oh, I pushed.
Again.
I pushed it way too early. Man, that's why I hate that pattern. Sometimes I press it way too early, sometimes I press it way too late. Like, it's just a matter of luck. Again, also being good at the game, which I am currently struggling at. Also, I kind of clipped through that bar.
Square. Game over.
And I keep going the wrong way.
Line. Triangle. Square. Game over.
Frick. Okay, let me use my mouse. Maybe I will do better with the mouse instead.
Line. Triangle. Square. Game over.
I hate when that happens.
Begin. Line. Game over. Begin. Game over.
Whoopsie.
Begin. Line. Game over.
Oops. Okay, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Begin.
Everything seems to be going better than I expected.
Line. Triangle. Swing
No scenic
over.
route. Oh my god.
Begin.
Maybe playing with the mouse was not actually the play.
Line. Triangle.
I have no idea how I didn't die there. Have no idea how I didn't die there.
Square. Pentagon. Excellent. Hexagon.
On second thought, I think playing with mouse was actually the play. Oh my gosh. Okay, now this time let me actually put my name. There we go. It was the... Oh, the top score is... I forgot to change the name from Hexagon to my name. Actually, let me do that real quick. Well, now I've beaten the first two stages on both normal mode and arcade mode. That's good.
Begin.
This game really is hypnotizing, but I really like it.
over.
Well, seems to practice from...
Game over.
Did I choose the wrong stage? Oh, I chose the wrong stage. I'm stupid.
Begin.
I was like, why is the hexagon colored black?
Line. Triangle.
At least on this stage, if I take the scenic route, I should still have time to recover.
Square.
Like that. Wow, why do you close on me like that?
Pentagon.
Really? Oh, come on! Why did you have to close on me?
Begin. Line.
How I didn't die? What the heck was that?
Triangle.
Look at this! What the heck? Ah, why does it always close on the side that I'm not facing?
Pentagon.
Look at this! What the heck?
Excellent.
And again.
Wonderful.
Ah, that was not wonderful. Shut up, lady.
Begin.
3 seconds away from my breaker.
Line. Triangle. Square.
Thank you.
Pentagon. Excellent. Hexagon.
No, wow, gosh dang it, I still didn't get the high score. But
Begin.
come on, I need to do it. I need to do it. When it turns into hyper mode, I completely lose myself.
Line.
I had to like, I'm impressed. How did I do this on like my second attempt? No, I probably wasn't my second attempt. Okay.
Square. Game over. Begin.
Okay, that's okay. That's fair.
Line. Triangle.
Okay. Open up for me, thank you.
Square.
Ugh.
Pentagon.
Thanks. No, okay.
Hexagon. Excellent.
Okay, we did it. Time to put my name again. Perfection. Now I have my record on both Hexagon and Hexagoner. Okay, I'm gonna do what will probably be the last level for the day. The Hexagonist stage. So I'm guessing it's gonna take me quite a long time. I did disable it, right? Yeah. Okay, Hexagonist. This is my favorite song in the game.
Begin.
But man, is it difficult.
Begin. Game over.
Oh, and I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like the freaking
Begin.
arrow moves faster and harder to control.
Game over.
Yep, it is harder to
Begin.
control.
Game over.
Oh.
Begin. Game over. Begin.
Come on, do the spinny spins for me.
Game over. Begin. Game
Or you
Begin.
also could not. That's also fine.
Game over. Begin.
Why am I so bad at this?
Game over.
Dude.
Begin. Game
Oh, but
over.
dude.
Begin. Game over. Begin.
Dang, I really suck at this game.
Game
Wow.
over. Begin. Game over. Begin. Game over. Begin. Game over.
I
Begin.
keep moving too much.
Game over. Begin. Game over. Begin. Game over. Begin. Game over. Begin. Game over.
You really do need lighting, fast reflex, and visual processing for this game. Yeah. And it's wild that this is only the third stage out of 6, and I can't even get to 20 seconds.
Game over. Begin. Game over. Begin. Game over.
Okay, wait a minute.
Begin. Game over.
Wrong
Begin.
side.
Game over. Begin. Game over. Begin. Game over. Begin. Game over. Begin. Game over.
Ah, I almost did good.
Game over. Begin. Game
Okay, I
over.
think I just need to visualize the holes that are closer to me, so that I don't take the scenic route every single
Game
time.
over. Begin. Game
Yeah, okay.
over. Begin.
Need to see like the gap that's closer to me, and that I
Game
can get
over.
in.
Begin. Game over.
Like what was that?
Game over.
Why did I move?
Game over. Again. Game over. Again. Game
Man.
over. Again. over again. Game over again. Line. Excellent. Game
Whoa, I was gaming for a second there. What?
again.
I actually kind of pop off there for a little bit, but I then stopped.
Game over again. Game over again.
Na 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 na.
Game over again. Line. Game over again. 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 Line. Game
Wow,
over
that
again.
spin killed me.
Game
Why did I
over
move? I was in the right position. Okay.
Game over.
Ah,
Game
man, will I
over
ever
again.
be able to
Game
get to
over
freaking
again.
20 seconds?
Game over again.
I think that's a no.
Game over
Man.
again. Game over
This is
again.
insane compared to the second one.
Game over again. Game over.
Like, man, the jump in difficulty between the second one and the third one is
Game
really
over.
insane. Oh, stretch. Okay, let me. Thank you for the stretch, yeah.
Again. Game over again. Game over
Oh
again.
my god.
Line. Game over. Again. Game over again. Game over again. Game over again. Game over again. Game over
The
again.
freaking arrow moves way too fast. No,
Game
I
over again.
had a brain fart.
Line. Game over.
Okay, I thought I was gonna die, but then I didn't die, and then
Game over again.
absolutely off.
Line. Excellent. Game over.
Gosh dang it, 15.40 seconds.
Begin.
That's already more than I last on a Saturday night home alone, if you know what I mean.
Line.
Wait a minute. Wait, ah!
Game over. Begin. Game over. Begin. Game
Gosh dang it.
over. Begin.
I still can't get to 20. I just want to get to 20.
Game over. Begin. Line. Game over.
I moved too much.
Begin. Game over. Begin. Game over. Begin. Line. Game over.
I took the scenic route once again.
Begin. Game over.
But
Game over. Begin. Line. Game over. Begin. Line. Game over.
okay, I really need to move fast on that pattern.
Begin.
But man, that pattern seems extremely finicky to play around.
Line.
Like, man, I still can't control the speed of the arrow. What is going on? I don't know what's going on. This is when will I do better?
Begin. Line. Game over.
And those spins are like
Begin. Game over. Begin. Game over. Begin. Line. Excellent. Game
oh,
over.
it's okay. I got a world record. I mean, a new record, not a world record.
Begin.
Oh my gosh.
Begin. Game over.
Really?
Begin. Game over. Begin. Line. Game
No,
over.
I
Begin.
was supposed to put it to the other freaking
Game
side.
over. Begin. Game over.
How am I so bad at this freaking game?
Begin. Game over. Begin. Game over.
You gotta be careful, because the moment I learn how to control this freaking arrow, it's over. It's so over.
Game over. Begin. Game over. Begin. Game over. Begin. Game over.
Yeah.
Begin. Game over. 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 Begin.
Oh. Dude, I just can't get in the hole. It's impossible for me to get in the hole. Either overshot it or undershot it. Or that also can happen when I get nowhere near. The freaking arrow is way too fast.
Line. Game over.
Okay, I was supposed to keep going.
Line.
Like
Game
sometimes
over.
sometimes it's supposed to keep going, and sometimes it's supposed to stop and go the other way. But by the time I can react to that, I'm already dead. So yeah.
Begin. Game over.
Hmm.
Begin. Line. Game over.
Oh my god.
Begin.
Come on, can I get to freaking 20 seconds?
Game over.
That's a no.
Game over.
How in the heck am I supposed to last 60 seconds when I can barely last
Game
20?
over. Begin. Line. Game over.
Ah, that's what I get for hesitating. Like, how many lines of coke am I gonna have to take before I'm able to react to any of this?
Game
Don't
over.
spin like that. What the frick? Okay.
Begin. Game over. Begin.
Hi, AJ. Never change.
Game over. Begin. Game
Wrong
over.
way, mother fricker. Wait.
Begin. Line. Game over.
Man.
Begin.
Thank you, AJ. Oh.
Line. Excellent. Game over.
Oh god, my throat got... my throat dried out from that.
Game over. Begin.
Hey, I'm slowly getting better at it though.
Game
Just kidding, I
over.
still suck!
Begin. Line. Excellent. Line. Game over. Begin. Game over.
Really? How do I die there?
Begin. Game over. Begin. Begin.
I think I might not be playing too hot.
Game
Still,
over.
oh, I don't suck.
Begin.
Okay, I won't. I don't suck. I don't suck. I will think positively from now on.
Game
Shoot.
over. Begin. Game
Really?
over. Begin.
I know I only suck.
Game
Gosh
over.
dang it.
Game
No.
over. Begin.
Hey,
Game over.
that's what. Hey, you know what? I think you might be right.
Game
Fuck.
over.
Okay. I promise I'll be nice to myself.
Line.
Uh,
Game over.
Yay.
Begin.
Of course. It's just a little difficult to do when I can't get past this freaking stage.
Game over.
Are you kidding me?
Begin. Game over. Begin. Game over. Begin. Game
Ah.
over. Begin. Game over.
If you're nice to yourself, I'll make you say absolutely detest everything about me and wish I was lost at sea with Viking reward. No. Okay, I promise I won't be. I will.
Game over.
I will be nice to myself. Okay. Oh, I won't be saying that.
Game over. Begin.
Promise. Only nice things from now on. Promise. 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 Only nice things from now on.
Line. Game over.
Oh, come on, man.
Begin.
I do the spins and then I completely screw up at the end.
Game
What?
over. Begin.
Yeah, of course, of course. Anytime, anytime.
Game
Ah.
over. Begin. Game over.
How
Begin.
did that happen? Excuse-moi.
Game over.
Excusez-moi.
Line.
No, I was supposed to go to the other side. No, like I thought I was keep.
Line. Game over. Begin.
I really wish there was a practice mode on this so that I could like know what to do on every pattern.
Line. Game over.
There probably is a practice mode, but I'm just a little too lazy to search for it right now.
Game over.
I'd rather be spending 300 million hours on this level instead of searching for a practice mode. Because if there's not a practice mode, then I'm just gonna be losing my time anyway. So no, this game is made by the same guy that made.
Game over.
What was that?
Begin. Game over.
This game was made by the same guy that made VVVVVV. There's obviously not a practice mode. What am I even thinking?
Game over.
The
Begin.
difference is that this game is a lot better designed than VVVVVV.
Game Game over. Again. Game over. Again. Game over. Again. Game over.
Man, the freaking arrow moves way too fast. Like seriously.
Game over.
Seriously? 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 What the heck? What in the frick? I don't understand. I don't understand anything anymore. What in the frick?
Again. Line. Game over. Again. Game over. Again.
I thought I had found the strat for a second.
Line. Game over. Again. Game over.
It will be a lot easier to side read if I if the
Game
things just
over
didn't
again.
spin all over themselves.
Game over again.
Okay, what if I change back to
Game
wait?
over again. Line. Game over again. Line. Game
No, I
over
was supposed to keep moving
again.
to the same side. The problem is the transitions between patterns.
Game
They're so
over again.
difficult to get a hold of.
Game over again. Game
See,
over
what
again.
is that?
Game over again. Game over again. Line. Game over again. Game over
No.
again. Game over
I feel like
again.
I'm not really making any progress on this one, am I?
Game over again. Game over again. Game
Like at least on
over again.
the first two, I was like getting a little bit further each attempt, but on this one, I'm just stumped.
Game over again. Line. Game over again. Line. Game over again. Game over again. Game over again. Game over again. Game over again.
Oh, I just really need to make sure I don't get hypnotized. If I get hypnotized by the thing, I completely screwed.
Game over.
Are you
Begin. Line. Game over. Begin. Game over. Begin. Game over. Begin. Game over. Again. Game over. Again. Game over. Again. Line. Game over.
I was supposed to keep going.
Game over. Again. Game over. Again.
When those two big ones appear, I hate when that happens.
Game over. Again. Game over. Again. Game
Really?
over. Begin. Line. Game over. Begin. Line. Game
No, wrong
over.
side. Ah,
Begin.
so close.
Game over. Again. Game
Ah, the
over.
problem is I
Again.
always overshot it.
Game over.
I thought I was
Again.
dead.
Game over. Again. Game over. Begin. Game over. Again. Game over. Again. Game over. Again. Game over. Again. Line. Game over. Again. Game over. Begin. Game over. Again. Game over. Again. Game over. Again. Line. Game
Oh,
over.
not gaming anymore. Dude, I'm always gaming until I'm not.
Game
And I
over.
hate
Again.
not gaming.
Line. over. Begin. Game over. Begin. Game over. Begin. Game over.
Okay, wait a minute. I see.
Begin.
Dang, I've really been playing this for 2 hours already.
Game over. Begin. Line. Game over.
Oh, AJ, you really think I got this? I'm not sure. Maybe this game is actually too hard for me.
Line. Game over. Again.
Maybe I won't actually be able to beat this as I thought.
Game over. Again. Game over. Again. Game over. Again. Line. Game over. Again. Game over. Again. Line. Game
Aw,
over.
shoot.
Again. Game over. Again. Game over. Again. Game over.
Why
Again.
am I like this?
Game over.
What the-
Again. Game over. Again. Game over. Again. Game over. Again. Game over. Again. Game
But
over.
why do I keep taking the long route? I don't know what I can do.
Again. Line. Game over.
Yeah, every time. Wait.
Begin. Game over. Again. Game over. Again. Game over. Again. Game over.
Let me lay down for a bit. Oh my gosh, this game is tough.
Begin. Game over. Begin. Game over.
Oh
Begin.
my god.
Line. Game over.
Really?
Begin. Line. Game
Frick.
over. Begin. Line.
I finally got
Game over. Begin. Line. Line. Game over.
Man, I keep getting good patterns, but
Begin.
thanks, AJ.
Line. Game
I think.
over.
What was that?
Begin. Game over. Begin. Line. Game
Ah!
over. Begin. Game over.
Okay, yeah, I'm definitely not doing the arcade mode of this today, cause man, just the normal level is already taking me way longer than I thought, and I died.
Begin. Game over. Begin. Game over. Begin. Game over. Begin. Game over. Begin. over. Begin. Line. Game over.
Oops.
Begin. Game over. Begin. Line. Game
No.
over.
Wrong
Again.
side.
Game over. Begin. Line. Game over.
What? I was lining fast.
Game over. Begin. 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 Line. Game over. Begin. Line. Game over. Begin. Game over.
Oh my god.
Game over. Begin.
Why did I
Game
take the
over.
long route again? What is wrong with me?
Begin. Game over. Begin.
Aw, thanks, AJ.
Line. Game.
Oh, I got blocked by James, and then I didn't have time to go the other way. Yeah, bad.
Begin. Game over. Begin.
And my nose is itchy. Oh my
Game
god,
over.
everything's going wrong. Ouch.
Begin. Game over. Begin. Line. Game over.
Oh my
Begin.
gosh.
Line. Game
What? I thought I had
over.
died.
Begin. Game over. Again. Game
Okay, I will
over.
say I'm getting a hold of the patterns, but I'm really not.
Game over. Again. Game over. Again. Game
Frick.
over. Again. Game over. Again. Game over. Again. Game over. Again. Game over. Again.
You're kidding me.
Line. Game over.
It's always there, man. It's always at the freak.
Game over. Again. Game over. Again. Game over. Again. Game over. Again. Line. Game
No.
over. Again. Game over. Again. Game over. Again. Game
Man, the problem
over.
with this one is that the
Game
freaking
over.
arrow always overshoots the
Game over. Again. Line. Game over. Again. Game over. Begin. Game over. Again. Game
Oh,
over.
I died?
Again. Game over. Again. Game over. Begin. Game over. Again. Line. Game
blocked by
over.
James
Again.
again, man.
over.
Okay, every time I get blocked by James, I just died immediately afterwards.
Line. Game over. Again. Game over. Begin. Game over.
I got distracted for a bit. Aww.
Begin. Line. Game
Oh, I
over.
didn't make it in time.
Begin. Game over. Again. Game over. Again. Game over. Again. Line. Game over.
Oh, I just
Begin.
kinda fucked myself there, okay.
Game over. Again.
Didn't really realize what I was
Game
doing.
over. Again. Game over. Again. Line. Game over.
Yeah.
Again. Line. Game over.
That really sucked, didn't it?
Begin. Game
What?
over. Begin. Game over. Again. Line.
Blocked by James
over.
again! Oh my god.
Begin.
Is it even possible to get blocked by James and
Game
still
over.
survive?
Begin. Game over. Again. Game over. Again. Line. Game over. Again.
Frick.
Line. Game over.
What?
Game over. Again. Game over. Again. over. Begin. Game over.
Oh, I'm doing great. Thank you, AJ.
Begin.
Thank you. You make me feel like I
Game
might
over.
actually have a slim chance of beating this level.
Game over. Begin. Line. Game
No!
over. Line. Game over.
Every time I get the pattern where I get blocked by James, it's impossible to survive after that.
Game over. Again. Game over.
Wrong
Again.
side.
Game over. Again. Game over. Again. Game over. Again. Game over. Again. Line. Game
I thought I had
over.
died.
Again. Game over. Again. Game
Why does
over.
every part of my body feel itchy now?
Game over. Again. Game over. Again. Line. Game over. Again. Game over. Again. Line. Game over. Again. Game over. Again. Game over.
I got blocked in a different way there, but I still died. No.
Game over. Again. Game over.
Are you
Again.
kidding?
Game over. Again. Game
Really?
over. Again. Game over. Again. Line. Game over. Again. Game over. Again. Game over. Again. Game over. Again.
Man, how long have I been going with this level? Like 40 minutes or something?
Game
Even more?
over. Again.
And I still can't even get past 20 seconds.
Game over. Again. Line. Game over. Again.
Am I really Oh, I'm bad.
Line. Game over. Begin. Game over. Begin. Line. Game over. Begin. Line. Game over.
No, I was supposed to keep going.
Game over.
Hmm.
Begin. Line. Game over.
Hmm.
Begin. Game over. Begin. Line. Game
No,
over.
why did I stall for so long?
Line. Game over. Begin. Game over. Begin. Game over. Begin. Game over. Begin. Line. Game over. Begin. Game over. Begin. Line. Game
Oh.
over. Begin. Game
Okay, I
over.
think I'm gonna give it a couple more attempts and then I'm gonna call it a day for today because oh man, this level was really tough. I didn't expect it to be so difficult. Like man, this one's insane compared to the first two.
Line. Game over. Begin. Line. Game over.
Oh, thank you, AJ. Don't worry. I won't get discouraged. It's just I feel like I need a little more practice
Game over.
before tackling the big boys.
Begin.
I mean, the jump in difficulty between the second one and the third one is huge.
Game over. Begin. Game over. Begin.
Like, my god.
Game over.
I was able to get like
Begin.
the 30 and 40 seconds on the first two very consistently. Then this one I can't even get to 20 seconds.
Line. Game over.
I've gotten past 20 seconds like twice. And that's it.
Begin. Game over. Begin. Game over. Begin. Line. Game over. over.
Yeah, I think when I get a new PB, that's when I'm going to end the stream.
Game over. Begin.
But I really need to search up if there's there's like a practice mode or something like that.
Game over. Begin. Game over. Begin. Game over. Again. Line. Game over.
Wrong
Again.
side.
Game
Wrong side
over.
again.
Game
Wrong side once
over.
again.
Line. Game over. Again. Game over. Again. Game over. Again. Line. Game over. Begin. Game over. Again. Game over. Again. Line. Game over. Again. Line. Game over. Again. Line. Game over. Again. Game over. Again. Line. Game over. Again. Line. Game over. Again. Line. Game
No, I'm a
over.
fucking idiot.
Game over. Again. Game over. Again. Game over. Again. Line. Game over.
Oh,
Again.
that still counted like I. What?
Game over. Again. Game over. Again. Line. Game over. Again. over again. Game over again. Game over again. Game
Ah!
Game over again. Game over again. Line.
No, I
Game
pushed.
over
I
again.
pushed left.
Game over again. Game over again. Line. Game over again. Game over again. Game over again. Game over.
Heck.
Line. Game over again. Game over again.
Sick.
Game over again. Game over again.
Mataba.
Game
How did I
over
survive that?
again.
And how did I die?
Game over again. Game over again. Game over again. Game over again. Line. Game over
I should have kept
again.
going.
Game over again. Game over again. Game over again. Line. Game over again. Game over again.
Man, I've completely lost myself at this point.
Game
No, I was
over
supposed to
again.
keep going to the left.
Game over again. Line. Game over.
Why did I turn around?
again.
Why did I turn around?
Game over again. Game over again. Game over again. Game over again. over. Begin. Game over.
Why did I? What?
Begin. Game over. Again.
Man, to think that I'm gonna have to do this level 3 times. I mean, not 2 times, not 3 times. What the heck?
Line. Game
No.
over. Again. Game over. Again.
Why am I so bold?
Game over. Again. Game over. Begin. Line. Game over. Begin. Game over.
Oh,
Again.
okay.
Line. Game over.
No, no. So close to PBing.
Game over. Again. Game over.
Oh my gosh.
Game over. Begin.
It's okay. Oh, I'm doing well.
Game
Thank you,
over.
AG.
Begin.
Oh, you're botting well. Thank you, Buzz. I'd like to think I'm also botting well.
Line. Game over. Begin. Game over. Again. Game over. Again. Line. Game
No, I meant to
over. Again.
turn to the other side.
Game over. Again. Game over. Again. Line. Line. Excellent. Game
Oh, okay.
over.
Oh, I got a new record. I think it was for like point 2 seconds, but I'll take a new record. Oh my gosh, this level is absolute hell. But I feel like I may be able to do it. I hope.
Begin.
No, 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 no. Okay, you just to see what I'm up against, let me take a look at the hardest level.
Begin. Game over.
Surprisingly, doesn't look that bad. What about the hardest test?
Game over.
I mean, it's just whatever. Man, this game is way more difficult than I thought. But I'm gonna get past it. I swear, I'm gonna get past every single level limit. If it takes a toll on my sanity, I know I can do it. I hope I can do it. Wait. Hmm. Yeah, I was kind of hoping I was gonna be able to beat the at least the first three levels in the this stream, but it seems like that's not gonna be possible. But next stream, I don't think next stream I'll be able to beat the four remaining levels, but I hope I can at least beat this level, like the hardest level, and the hardester level, in both normal and arcade mode, which apparently is the same difficulty, but for some reason I find one harder than or easier than the other. I don't know. It's really weird. But okay. Thank you everybody so much for watching. Thanks to everyone who stopped by. I hope everyone has a great, amazing rest of your day or night, and I'll see you all next time. Bye 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 bye. Bye.